Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Proud Mary Podcast. I am one half of the show. I am Monique Je, and this is,
92 Stag.
and we are
Hello,
known.
good people.
Yes, hey people, happy Wednesday. We are known as the Proud Mary Podcast, where we give it to you nice when we can, yet rough when we must. And if y'all have been watching, y'all know what that rough when we must mean. We will be doing, before we get started today, we were going to do a little bit of housekeeping. So first thing we would love to do, I have you guys do, is once you come in, if you could please hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribing, and if you can hit the share, and then definitely give the thumbs up when you come in. Then while you are here, if you could please comment, engage with us. And if you would like to buy a stag of coffee while you're here, you can hit the information that's scrolling down below. And if you want to grab me a tea, you can do the same. We are independent media, and everything that we do, the time that we spend, the things that we buy, everything we invest is coming from us. But our goal is to make sure that we give you guys additional resources, right? Because we know this mainstream ain't giving the truth, nor are they as invested most of the times into giving factual information and full information. We like to educate and entertain at the same time. So if you have not already, like we said, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and now while you're here, share out the live while you are talking. Hey, Shahid, while you are listening to us talk, definitely do that. And then we're going to pin in the comments. We're going to pin. We have the segment, the Let's Talk Politics and the Let's Talk Law segment, where we do allow people to come up and join the conversation. So you can definitely do that. But in the meantime, in between time, we are going to let's talk politics. And of course, I'm sure my sister has something amazing for you all. She gonna guide me. I'm gonna listen, and we're gonna keep everything going. So, Stag, what's first on your agenda today?
So, we could talk politics by talking about who was once dubbed the city girl mayor, Tiffany Henyard, who was in Dalton, Illinois. We just got word that it looks like she is going down to the A and running for, what is this, county commissioner in the
Hmm.
5th district of Georgia. Yeah, she done opened up a business down there, and she's running as a Republican. How about
Okay.
that? So
Okay.
now look, I'm gonna say something that may be a little controversial, right, when it comes to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back and I watched some of her city council meetings when she was mayor, right? And it seems to me that they did a Donald Trump on her. And you hear her say it all the time when she says that the media made her look certain ways and all of this stuff and nobody listened to her. But
Stag.
I had
I can't wait,
I
but you know I
I
done been
watched
there, and
her.
that's my neighborhood, and I've been there, and I done been in the trenches. But I'm gonna let her go on fool you, and you go and get it out there. But I'm gonna tell
It
you the
seemed
truth.
like she was doing. It seemed like
And
she
she,
was doing good things because I would
she
watch her and she
wasn't.
would show how she was spending the money, and it
She
seemed like
wasn't.
they were upset because she wasn't allowing them to mess over the
She
taxpayers'
wasn't.
money and not do anything in the city.
She
That's what
wasn't.
I saw in them meetings.
Yeah, that's she wasn't. And I
They
went
was
home.
disrespectful to her.
Yeah, she deserved it
It
because
was
she was
crazy.
disrespectful. She was robbing. My friend had her beauty salon next to look. She was gangstering. She was literally deboing people. If you did not give her money or support what she wanted you to, she was sending them people up in there to try to shut you down. I get it. She might have fooled you well, but I promise you, and you know your sister. I literally flew home on purpose to go just strictly to one of the meetings because of that's literally where my beauty salon was in that town. So
Mhm.
she
Mhm.
had no, and I see what she did to it compared to what it was before she got in there. Riley was already had been there for a while, but it still was allowed. She wasn't Stag. I get it, and when you see that's why she ran.
I'm
When
telling you,
she
when I looked at him, it was. It
And
seemed
that's what
like
she
they was
going. She
doing her
about. She
all
gonna go to
types of work.
jail
I
though.
watched a couple of them too. I watched a
She
couple of
she going. She going to jail. I
them.
don't know why she would run to Scam Town, thinking she gonna get away. Cause I don't
Mhm.
know what's going on. We see your comments. I appreciate. We definitely appreciate it, but that for some reason it's not letting me put them scroll them on. So y'all know I like to pin them. But go ahead, Stag. I'm sorry. I'm just not understanding why it's not
So
working.
that was all that I was wanting to say. That came as news to me that she is running for office in Georgia, running as a Republican District 5 as county commissioner, and I thought that that was interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see
Well,
what
she
the
didn't
people
heard they
gonna do.
doing voter fraud down there and doing a bunch of crimes, so she figured why not join
Now
join
that she
the.
running as a Republican.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what she did. I don't know if you watched it. Once they started doing the lawsuits. Everybody started busting her out about everything, and then that because man, she
Mhm.
was staunch Democrat. But once everybody was pointing out how dirty she was, and then Trump got elected, then she decided she want to jump. Yeah, they do it. Then she literally said, "Yeah, because I see what Trump mean now." Because just like literally in a day because now
Mhm.
everybody she was dogging Trump out. She was doing all it's literally just because everybody saw her for what she was. Now she wanted to try to act like she Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, people just doing me like they do Trump. No, they ain't doing you like they do Trump. You're literally a crook.
I ain't there, but I'm just saying, going off of what I saw on there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll send you some
you
actual
know,
stuff so you to see. Hold
mhm.
on. But
It'd be nice if we could get her on and interview her.
okay, yeah. It will. I actually reach out. She ain't gonna stay if you don't fall for it. She only goes to places where she can run. Like she been on Roly Poly. She
Oh
been on
yeah.
yeah, she only and then literally sit there and out. So I would you know what, be perfect. I'm gonna reach out, but I'm gonna need to make sure I get you all the facts so that when you ask her
Mhm.
stuff that you know for sure and she sit there and lie
Mhm.
straight to your face, I can't wait for you to
Mhm.
get to Stag on her. Because baby, and she will. Where you know for sure. Like I've sat there and I'm like, she knows she lying, and she will literally do like them
Mhm.
Democrats, and even rolling
Mhm.
because you know how he don't want to go against them. He literally sat there and knew, and then when they came and told him, why did you let her say these
Oh
things?
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that because he wasn't giving her any
Mm-hmm.
pushback on anything that she was saying, and people was like, they checked him after that interview, and then he was like, "Oh, I didn't know all of that and this and that." Yeah, you knew, you knew.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
just
they
thought your
do.
audience was dumb and uninformed about her.
They stick to the them crime stuff. They will stick with each other, and that's why I don't like about them. Like, you can't be like that. You gotta, if you like it or not, you gotta tell the truth. Now if you don't agree, that's one thing, but don't sit there and be on one side. You would be beating somebody up for something, but then because this is your party, you don't agree the same. Speaking of that,
Well, let me tell you something. Fonnie Willis. Oh, what were you gonna say? Speaking of that, what?
go
What?
ahead, go to Fonny. I'm gonna
Okay,
write it
so
down. I know what
Fonnie
you're talking about.
Willis. So you notice she was trying to, okay, so Trump and his co-defendants were suing because of the new law that was passed in Georgia where if the prosecutor is found to have, if they've been removed from the case because
Mhm.
of impropriety, then you can get your legal fees back. So she was suing to be a part of that case. But
Mhm.
Sadow. I love Trump's attorney, Sadow. I forget his first name, but last name Sadow. Shout out
Mhm.
to him. He's now one of our solicitor generals, so he argued before the Supreme Court on behalf of us.
Okay.
Wonderful. He said, no, she can't be a part of this because she was removed from this case, so she's no longer a part of these proceedings, right?
Mhm.
So the judgment came out on that, and she was denied being a part of it. And also, there was a question of who was going to have to pay that money back.
Mhm.
And he said that it is going to have to be Fulton County since her district gets their money from Fulton County. So
Okay.
Fulton County is going to be on the hook for the money. And not an hour after this judgment was rendered, finally Willis filed an appeal already, saying that she wants an opportunity to be heard and a stay on the proceedings. But here's the thing: I told you she was a dummy. It's over with. There are no more proceedings, and the case is dismissed. So there's nothing to appeal to, right? Nothing to, you're out of there.
Right.
So, yeah, not looking good.
She is
Not looking good at all.
she is an ultimate narcissist. And the problem is that she does not know how to be wrong, or how you can tell people grew up and they had these dreams and these goals. I'm gonna be this because in their mind I'm gonna be a lawyer, I'm gonna be a judge, because ain't nobody gonna be able to ever tell me what to do. And now she didn't made it to those positions, and she believes that she is like the queen bee, like she cannot be controlled, nobody can tell her anything. And unfortunately for her, she out of luck. And they literally said, then they changed, because then they said she got to pay that money back, and then she tried to ask for an extension or something, and they said she can't even do that. So
an extension for, you talking about
for the amount of money a day or something like that. She but asked them to not have to do that, and they denied it.
Oh, that was the other. Oh yeah. And then in other news, we have, just like Fulton County, which raided for those ballots. So was Arizona, people. Didn't I tell y'all it was more than one state? Well, it ain't enough to change the election. That's just Georgia. It happened in all the swing states. So it's Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, those states, and I want to say Nevada. But yeah, all of them. So now we're finally going in, and they went in and they got them ballots out of Arizona. Okay. So we about to see what's been going on there. And plus, CISA did a report in 2022. And in that report, they said that in Georgia, they're the only state that's using the Dominion voting machines throughout the state, and they haven't been updated since 2018. And since then, that software has had like 8 updates. And though they have in this report told them what the vulnerabilities are, without the updates like they need to update, they still haven't updated those voting machines.
I don't. It's This just came. This is from your guy too. This just came out yesterday. Now I need y'all, whoever's here, I need y'all to do us a favor, because you see I got headphones on. We were trying to. If you guys have been here, most of you all are regulars, so I know y'all heard that echo that we be having. So I have tried to solve it, but now I need to make sure that you guys can hear the sound when we play the video. So can you please tell me, Stag, you too, if you can tell me if you guys can hear the sound from the video when I hit play.
Okay.
Watching today, go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course it helps you because it isn't big.
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay, good.
A report came out today that the FBI somehow secretly gotten its hands on electronic voter data from Maricopa County, Arizona from 2020. That was another site, along with Fulton County and other locations in the United States. That was another site that Donald Trump disputed the results from, saying that seems like some funny business had happened. Y'all, we're going to take a look today about that report of the FBI getting their hands on this election data, not only to get to the bottom of it, but also to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
A new report shows the FBI expanding its election investigation to Arizona just weeks after federal agents moved in on Georgia with a similar probe. Just the News reporting that federal prosecutors issued a grand jury subpoena and FBI agents are obtaining electronic election data from Maricopa County. Now, the full scope of the probe has not been disclosed, but this does come just weeks after the FBI raided an election warehouse in Fulton County, Georgia, where agents did seize voting records from the 2020 election. Sources told Just the News that this is just the beginning, with more searches and subpoenas expected in other states soon.
Now, if you remember last year when Tulsi...
All right. Hold on. I'm going to go past him talking, because here we go. Hold on.
This Maricopa County situation may have something to do with that.
I've got a long list of things that we're investigating. We have the best of the best going after this. Election integrity being one of them. We have evidence of how these electronic voting systems have been vulnerable to hackers for a very long time and vulnerable to exploitation to manipulate the results of the votes being cast, which further drives forward your mandate to bring about paper ballots across the country so that voters can have faith in the integrity of our elections.
Now, for its part, Maricopa County has conducted an election audit.
All right, so what you thinking, Stag?
I'm thinking that they going to jail. That's what I'm thinking. Because I remember when Carrie Lake had sued when she lost, and a lot of stuff came out in that court case and the hearings, because I listened to the people who had signed affidavits in 2020. But in one of the things that came out in Carrie Lake's trial was that the ballots were supposed to be on like a 20-inch paper, and they were somehow set to 19 inches. So all of the ballots were getting spit out. And when they get spit out, then it's on, the people at the election place to cure your ballot for you. Because they can look and say, oh, yeah, they meant to, check this person, whatever. So who knows if they even vote the way that you intended to vote. And they said the only way that could have been changed is it had to have been done manually. So they intended to do it. And it was a lot of places where I think that the goal was to get as many ballots as they could to spit back out so that they could cure them themselves, because we had those issues. Because I had a problem in Georgia with those QR codes that they had on there. How do I know what that QR code says, right? I need to see that it's reflecting what I voted. And then they act like my ballot wasn't gonna go in that little bin that they had to sit your ballot.
You there? Can't hear you. Can you guys hear me still? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me. I gotta look over here. Cause this comments ain't showing either. Can y'all hear me and or Stag? Trying to see if I can refresh. You said, who took a picture? Took a picture of my ballot. Who's sacred? Who took a picture of your ballot? Who took? Still can't hear you, Stag, but we here. Y'all put a thumbs up and oh yeah, they saying they can't hear you, Stag. We coming. I'm trying to, as y'all know, I like to put y'all comments up. This gonna drive me crazy. Cause we can't see y'all comments.
Okay, there it is. I actually muted myself and I couldn't figure out how to get it off. That's why I'm tapping on the side of my headphones trying to find that mute button.
That's okay. Go ahead on. What you?
I didn't like that old QR code thing that they had in Georgia, because you can't tell, what you did. Now this time in 2024, when I voted, I took a picture of the screen because I posted it to TikTok. And I had almost 30,000 likes on that video because I showed that I voted for Donald Trump and Ted Cruz. So.
Oh, you did vote for him? I don't be voting for. You're gonna have to tell me, give me some updates, your thoughts, because I value your opinion too. But I don't know, some still.
Well, here, because we have so many rhinos here in Texas, it's a lot of them that a lot of people I just won't vote for. But I felt like in 2024, I needed to make sure that we got that Republican majority, and I wasn't gonna vote for all red. So there's that.
I'm voting for him.
So, but now if there's not a candidate that I want to vote for, I won't vote. That's just how it is now. I would rather not give power to somebody that I don't think should have any power. Because in that same election in 2024, anybody that was running Even if they was unopposed and they were them, I just didn't vote for them. I just didn't check a box at all.
Yeah, this is driving me crazy.
So I only really voted for the president, my senator, and some of the propositions. But a lot of the local offices I didn't vote for because in my area, a lot of those people were running unopposed and Democrats, and I ain't voting for no Democrat ever.
You never, ever.
Ever. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm distracted because it's a fly in here, and it's.
I'm distracted because I know they be commenting their butts off, and I be wanting to hear the comment. And it is whatever is happening. It won't let me see our people comments. I got to look over here. Said would you say you write your name in all the spots? I'm gonna figure it out though. But
oh, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Writing my name in.
Yeah.
Be writing me in.
You know, everybody keep telling you need to run. So go ahead and write your name in now. What they
write
gonna
my name
do?
in. Everybody write my name in.
Yeah, right. You know who gonna make sure you get voted? Gray Moon. He gonna be like Staggy wins. Stream size. Okay, so you know we can't be in politics, and we can't without touching on what everybody still don't know how they feel, what they feel. Are we at war?
No, they not really fighting back against us. Come on, this ain't a war. This is a show of strength. This is a spanking. This is what this is.
You silly. So, but you know what's interesting, because you know I'm not gonna lie, and y'all tell me in the chat, y'all can tell us too. Instead, I do literally, when I wake up every day, I am waking up to see that they like, okay, they didn't what's the word? What's the word when they give in? Yeah, they didn't gave in, and then I be thinking about it. I'm like, now, Monique, surrender. Yeah. I'm like, Monique, you know the people ain't gonna never. They will. Now the regular people will, but the people who was it, they are going to just all be unalive. They're gonna all die before they get, like, that's just their mindset. Like I said, I ain't gonna say because they some G's, they gonna go down. They gonna be just like the people with the Titanic. They are not quitting till all the ships is down.
Yeah, and that's it. They keep on saying that we done sunk every one of their ships. They ain't got no Air Force. And I didn't get to see it today because, you know, I'll be busy during the day. But somebody said we dropped the Moab on them.
What's that?
Mother of all bombs.
Oh. He said, you being biased, T? Well, y'all know what it is?
Anybody in the chat know if that happened? Because they said that we were about to be more aggressive, you know, in our weaponry, I guess, in our tactics to them. Because weaponry. You like that, huh? Weaponry.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, actually, he is some good old Vic words.
So big word. So we have because I mean, it's nothing that Iran can do to us. I don't know why people even think that they would be close to even trying anything with us. Because as much as they want us gone, if they could have did anything to us, they'd have been did it. So that let me know they can't. And again, I think that they were just stalling, talking about they were ready to do peace talks and trying to stall and play with us while they still tried to work on getting, you know, these weapons that they wanted. And our president was like, nah, you ain't gonna keep playing with us. You don't want to come to the table? All right, then. Because he told them we can do this the easy way or the hard way. And I guess they chose the hard way. But I would save it for my I can't moment. And I'll get into that. So.
I was gonna say this. I don't know. I'll ask you. I just have a question for you because I've been a little irritated by the way that I feel like people are really, really against their country. And I don't understand. Like I've never seen, and I get it, and I get it. We live in a free country, so people can say and do. But I've never seen uh so many people that are rooting for their country to lose, or just so quick to talk bad about their country. And it was funny today because I was having a conversation, and on one hand I understand, right? Because I remember being that person years ago saying we just bullies, and who are we to try to tell people what they cannot do, and what they, and I get why I was saying that, because of course now, grace of God, I'm into different things, I'm learning more, and I was not looking into the why, right? I didn't understand nothing about geopolitics, I didn't understand nothing about allies and what we do for each other. All I seen is we going somewhere trying to tell somewhere else how they supposed to govern their country, not understanding.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. So that can be bad in two sense because it depends on why people are doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I don't like it when they try to compare and say that each one did the same thing. They might have did the same things, but not for the same reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference when you're going over to these countries and you're trying to bully them into living the way that you want them to live, as far as the alphabet stuff and the DEI and all of that stuff, and trying to
Mm-hmm.
tell them how to, run their country in that sense. It's
Mm-hmm.
another to go over there and say, we're going to have to change what's going on over there because what you're doing is affecting us, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
different just to go over and mess with people who minding their own business and what they're doing doesn't affect us. You just don't like the way that they're, you're just trying to change the politics of the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna take me into my I can't thing, right? When you saying that people who talk all this stuff, and I'm like you, I
I'm
didn't know a lot
sorry.
about the geopolitical spectrum or whatever, but now with my adult and more educated eyes on what's going on geopolitically and with foreign governments, and see how these other places, I think it is necessary for us to make sure that any countries around us align with our values, and not just because we want them to, it's because it keeps us safe, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that we have the right to do that because we secure this whole hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on this hemisphere depend on us for one thing or another, whether it's security, us buying their products in trade, money, whatever it is. So you need to be aligned with us, and you can't be cozying up to our enemies and you too close to us. That
Mm-hmm.
I understand. If nothing else, I'm for the safety and security of America. I don't care. I almost said it. You know what I'm saying? I almost said that F bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
care about other countries thinking that we are bully. I don't care about other countries. The way you say, oh, what right do we have to tell these other countries we have the right because they always got their hand out to us.
Mm-hmm.
So if in order for us to save us money and to keep us safe, it's better that we just go ahead and fix their area, right? Like with Venezuela, they can be communist if they want to, but the way that they were running their country was affecting our country
Mm-hmm.
because they such a shithole. All of their criminals and stuff is coming here and bringing all of the drugs and all of the violence and the gangs here in our country. So the way that they're running their country is now becoming a problem for us, and we can't have that. So we need to tell you, you need to clean up your yard. It's like if you live in a neighborhood and everybody's got their lawns nice and manicured, everybody got their trash cans rolled in after the trash man pick them up. Then you got this asshole who live in here who don't cut their grass, got all these old cars sitting in the yard, and got trash all around everywhere. Yeah, that's their house and that's their property, but you making the rest of us look bad, and you bringing down our property value. So now whatever you got doing over there, I'm a big believer in um stay in your lane, right? But once you start swerving into my lane, then I got to get you together. Okay? That's what it is. Because I'm going to tell you this, and y'all ain't going to like this either. When I work, I don't care what you do as long as what you do don't affect me, right? So if everybody's going on break, if you don't know how to come back from break, then don't make me wait on you, okay? If you
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to come back, let me go first. because you not coming back. Now you throwing me off, so that's you swerving into my lane. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get to just tell me I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting to go on break, and you just don't know how to find your way back. If you want to go 30, 45 minutes, an hour, and disappear, let me go on and take my 15 minutes, and you can go. I don't care where you at. But if I'm waiting on you and you can't find your way back, we looking for you. And I'm gonna go tell the manager she left at this time and
You
she ain't back.
snitching. You snitching.
Yes,
Oh Lord, I ain't working with
yes.
you.
Quit swerving it. Quit swerving. Let me tell you something, Mo. I'm telling them straight up, because these are not friends. These are co-workers, right? I
Mm-hmm.
go there to get my bread. That's it. Ain't none of them gonna pay my bills if I get fired for they shenanigans. And I tell them straight up too. If if you don't want me to tell, don't do nothing in front of me. I'm not gonna go run and tell them. But if they ask me, I'm telling them everything I saw.
Dang.
I ain't gonna go tell them that you're doing it, but if they ask me, I'm telling them everything I saw and everybody that was involved.
Dang.
Because it wasn't me. Yep, I sure am. Because again, y'all ain't gonna pay my bills when I get fired.
No.
You ain't even gonna call me.
I get it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm being honest. A lot of people ain't willing to do that. Like I literally, because I did not take the time to try to even learn all of the other stuff. It literally just looks simple. And as I think about it, I just literally was a typical Democrat. I just was listening to what the people said and going off my emotions. And
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Mm-hmm.
not taking the time. Since it's not coming up, I want to do let me see. Sacred said that's how Trump look. You can be sovereign, but don't play us or work with enemies. We good. And hey, I think Mary
Yep.
is in here too. Hey everybody,
Hey,
welcome
Mary.
in everybody. If you continue to comment, we having just one issue with these comments. Y'all know I like to put the comments up. But again, if you have not, if you're coming in, please share out the stream. You can share it on all your socials. Share it via text, share it via Facebook, Instagram, any of the places we are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Rumble. Give a thumbs up, comment. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you would like to buy Stag a coffee, you can hit her Cash App on the bottom that's scrolling. And if you would like to buy me a tea, it's the same. Like I said earlier, as you guys weren't here. We are independent media people. Everything that we do, everything that we bring to you, everything we pay for is coming out of our pockets in our goal to be able to be free thinking people and give you media and news and information that you can trust from people who aren't going to just try to sugarcoat things and only tell you part of the story. So that being
Mm-hmm.
said, where else we going now? So you said gangster, we gangsters. And I'll ask you this. So
Mm-hmm.
how long do you think how much longer do you think it's gonna be? Because I ain't gonna lie, I literally wake up every day looking
I
around
think it's like 2 weeks. I think
to
it's gonna be like 2 weeks. I don't think that it's gonna last that long because like they're not even Iran is not even using ammo like they were in the beginning. Remember all of that bombing they did in the beginning? They
yeah, I
didn't,
heard they
you know,
like
because
down to only
they can't
10%.
keep up with us. Yeah, they can't keep up with us, and that is the thing that y'all. None of them can outlast us. We got more bombs, planes, ships than all of these nations put together. Okay, they can't outlast us in a war, and that's what it takes is making sure that you got enough ammunition to keep going and enough bombers and stuff. I saw a video and I thought it was just so great of a aircraft carrier and one of those B-52 bombers
Mm-hmm.
came by, did a flyby on it to let them know that they was there. That they were there. You know, they just,
Mm-hmm.
kind of flown on around and they was happy on board. Like, look at there, so now they know they ain't out there in the middle of the ocean alone. They got them bombers out there because they had these little speedboats. I'm sorry, trying to take over one of our ships. That's like about 6 speedboats.
You know what? I couldn't remember what I was gonna ask you, but I want to bring because this is another thing that they're saying, or people are saying about. I'm not gonna say me, us. I'm gonna say a lot of conservative. They're saying that you now are just changing how you think because Trump did it. But at first you were against conflict or against attacking people or against
I was
regime change.
I was against unnecessary conflict, and like I said, I'm against regime change just for the sake that we want to change the politics of your nation. Because these other people, when they went in, they did this regime change. It
Hmm.
wasn't for the betterment of the people in the country, and it had nothing to do with our national security. They would use the label of this is our in our interest of our security or whatever, but it wasn't really. It was just that they wanted to launder money and weapons through these other countries, and it's easy
Hmm.
to do it in a far off land so that we can't see or keep up with what they. All we have to go on is what they tell us, right? So yeah, but this is very different because it is about security. Absolutely, we want regime change because I don't want to ever have to hear about Iran having a nuclear weapon. And y'all can say, "Oh, they not a threat right now," but I don't wait for somebody to be a threat to me before I handle them. Okay? I don't wait for you to show up on my doorstep before I get proactive in making sure you don't show up on my doorstep.
Yep.
Are you kidding? I don't wait till you stole my car to then say, you know what? Now's a good time to get a car line. No, you get proactive and you see a problem and you nip it in the bud. And Iran has been doing all these things and has been allowed to do these things by these other presidents because they needed Iran to be the boogeyman. It's like they kind of laundered money to them so that they could do the proxy wars, and then we could have a boogeyman for them to keep us afraid of, right? So they could still have a reason to be over in that region and fighting and everything. America didn't do it directly, so they give money to Iran. Iran fund these terrorist organizations, and these terrorist organizations go and wreak havoc all over the globe
Hmm.
and unalive, listen to me, TikTok lane, kill American soldiers in the Middle East. So I think that it's better for the future that we go ahead and get rid of them. Now they can come to the table or they can get wiped off the map. But then, like I said last week, sometimes in
Stay.
order to have peace, you gotta go to war.
Yeah. I've always heard, you can't have comfort without discomfort. It's got to
Yeah.
start from things that don't feel good to you to get to the part that do. It said, MAGA, the true MAGA know the Iran thing is a chess match between MAGA and what you saying? MAGA and CCP. They can't see that because they're not us. They not like us. They not like us. That's right. You muted Stag.
That's the other part too that I wanted to say. It's not just about our security as far as Iran, that regime not existing. It's also about leveraging our power and strength to push China back, okay, and let them know you don't run nothing over here, okay. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it was as well because China can't do what we do and go around and but they're trying to get a foothold all over the globe in different places. And China was we were better off when we had China contained to their region, but now that they spreading out all over the globe and stuff, they spreading their communism and they taking advantage of these other nations. But that ain't our problem. They want to get taken advantage of. They can get taken advantage of, but you will not be right in our backyard. So what we've done with this Iran thing is we have cut off with Iran and Venezuela, we've cut off two oil suppliers to China. Okay, militaries run on oil. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the economies run on oil. So we got to make some moves. Like damn fool said on TikTok on the panel with us. Sometimes you got to do some ugly stuff to make sure that the America can people can still enjoy this free lifestyle that we live with all of these choices that we have and all of these amenities that y'all like living with that you don't get in other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff don't just happen. Decisions have to be made and stuff have to be done to make sure that we stay the superpower that we are so that you can enjoy those nice amenities so that you can just worry about going to going to work and paying your bills and going on vacation and not worrying about nothing while people are deploying to go over there and fight for you to be able to not have those thoughts in your head. It's like a woman when she out with a man, she turn her brain off. Y'all get to turn y'all brain off because it's other people who looking out for your safety and security in this nation.
I agree. But just so you know, when people have nothing but what is now officially known as TDS, it doesn't matter how much sense any of that you just said or anything that I say makes. They just gonna, and of course you can't win over everybody. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I know for me, I do understand now. I don't want it to last long. I prefer to get this all done and taken care of while he don't have to deal with this Congress. And
Mm.
that's really it. That's really it. I
And I'm gonna
well,
tell you,
go ahead.
and I'm gonna tell you this too. Don't nobody care about y'all whining and crying about this stuff. This is TDS. We don't care about y'all whining and crying about it. Cause y'all again, when this stuff was going on under the mush President Mush Brain, okay, you didn't care. You didn't care. You had somebody with mush for brains getting us into conflicts all over the place. Like I don't think that y'all remember how on fire the whole world was under the last administration, and they had no plan and for no reason, and they had no end game. Wow, let me tell you how fake and how much liars Democrats are. I listened to Elizabeth Warren
Oh
and all of
Jesus.
them other Democrats talking about how Trump doesn't have a plan, no
Mm-hmm.
clear objectives. That man gave you what the objectives were, and that we will be there until these things are done. I listed them off on here. Remember, Mo?
Mm-hmm.
We have clear objectives. There is a plan. Okay, there is a plan. So anybody who's listening to them, y'all are again just as naive and dumb as they think you are, because
Oh,
Democrats
stay.
think people dumb.
They most definitely do. Um, so we're still in politics. So I'm gonna ask you what I think. I watched them. Something is not right with this person. You can tell me because I know you've been watching these people a little longer than me. Something ain't right about Thune.
You're
I
right,
do,
no?
I don't really think he's really. I don't feel that he's really for
He's
us.
not.
I don't feel
He's
he's
not.
for because they asked him. I was watching something yesterday, and they kept trying to. They were asking him like, "Okay, why wouldn't you do this?" I guess the same act could be in a reconciliation bill or something. And
Hmm.
the response was kind of like, "Well, like the Democrats answer, they don't understand like what can be." No, no, we do understand. We understand that it's a couple things. You can have 60 votes. You could do a reconciliation bill, or you could do it with the nuclear option. But we understand. He's trying to act like the only, and I feel like this is just what my heart of hearts is saying. I feel like he is saying this stuff because he really don't want it to happen either. And if you keep saying that you got to wait for 60 votes and then it never happens, then you can look like, oh, I tried, even though Trump gonna know because Trump didn't say it a billion times, and they told him like, well, President Trump is saying don't try to wait for that, and he, I think the president thing, I don't know, tell me, something ain't right about him, and my
Do
spirit
you
don't be
remember
wrong.
how Soon got in there? Do you remember how Soon got in there as
Mm-mm.
the Senate leader?
No, what happened?
So at right after the election, Mitch McConnell and a bunch of other Rhino Republicans hurried up and put him in as the Senate Majority Leader before the new Congress was sworn in and they had a chance to, vote on it or have other people come in. And we
Mm-hmm.
were pretty pissed about that because that showed that they were trying to get in their guy. So I never trusted them. But again, remember I tell you these Republicans are slick when they trying to undermine us, right? If you they
Mm-hmm.
say all these things and you think that because they're Republican that they're no. Massey is a big old run. I don't know what is going on with Massey or what big
Ooh, he's
secret it
horrible.
is. Not just that, I want you to look at how much he done aged just since the damn last year. Since the last presidency, look at how much all the wrinkles in his
Because
face
them
and
demons eating
how
away at him.
his oh my gosh, he looks so, go look at the difference between him in just it's in the last year of Biden and how he looked now. I don't know what is going on with him, what kind of dirt is on him, but he is it's eating him up. It's
Yeah.
eating him up.
Yeah,
Eating him up.
he doesn't look and he looks like that person the one of those people who are doing everything that they do because they got that cable in their back or that knife in their back or that gun to their back. And
Hmm.
he is doing a good job, like the NBA player who throwing a game, but they trying look like they trying so hard, but they really intentionally losing for a reason. That's what he looks like to me, and I don't,
Hmm.
but I don't like him. And I
I'm just
just,
saying, go look at the difference in how he looked just from the last administration in Congress to how horrible he's almost unrecognizable now.
yeah, I have to go back and look because I've been paying attention to him, totally looking at him talk for a long time, just really for the past maybe 4 or 5 months. So I don't really remember what he was looking like back, before. I'll just say before
Mhm.
Trump came in office, I guess is what I'll say.
His hair growing out. He ain't even got time to get a haircut. He ain't shaving. He looked just dirty in the face. All these
Woo!
heavy wrinkles all over his face and stuff that he didn't have before. And it's
So
just
what
been two years.
what you think it is, Dad?
They got something on him, and it's whatever it is, it's eating him up on that stress. That stress like a mug. That stress.
And so
That is stress.
you think it's something slick, dirty
It's something
going
he
on.
involved with something that he shouldn't have been involved with, and now he is going against Trump like his life depends on it.
Yeah. That is definitely what he doing. Like literally like his life is a bit. So what we got? We got anything else in politics? Anything else in politics? We have
Mm-mm.
they did the vote for Marjorie, the special election, whatever, for Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I think it was. And of course, the actual one Democrat got more votes than the person that's endorsed by Trump. But of course, it was 4 Republicans. So I don't think they had to do a runoff, but now in November it'll be, oh, is it November? Oh, no, they do it in April, April or May.
May.
Yeah, May. And
May. I
the
think
the
May's the
guy
runoff.
Fuller, I think is his name, and then I don't remember the Democrat. Of course, he black. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they will be running, against each other. And then,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear about the one representative who he left the Republican Party?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Who was he?
he's saying he independent now. Um,
Is he
uh,
local or in Congress?
no, he up there with them.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you something, because I know you remember me saying this, that the closer that we get to midterms, Republicans was going to be dropping out of their seats and switching over. They do this every election to try to give Democrats more seats to win. Those your rhinos.
Mm. He
That's how
said,
you can find out a lot of your rhinos. They leave, and especially like once we get a good majority over that first year, they will start to dwindle down. They'll say they're not going to seek reelection, but they will step down right before so that it chops down at our majority in the House. They won't even stay their full term so that we lose those votes in the House.
yeah, I don't
They
get
some
his.
sneaky little bastards.
I give you his name, you might know. He said he's gonna be independent. He's still his comment was basically it's a representative, it's a house. Kevin Kiley of California. He announced March 9th, 2026, he was leaving the Republican Party and would serve as an independent. And a little before that, Trump critic who announced a run for Georgia governor as Democrat and like, okay, and so, but he's saying Kevin Kiley.
Is that the one? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll bring him up. I'll bring a picture up for him.
No, I was saying, is that the one that Trump had pardoned? He pardoned some Democrat, and then he decided, no, he pardoned, I think it was a Republican, but now he's running for office again, and he's running as a Democrat.
The governor or the rep?
No, it was somebody that he pardoned. I can't remember who it was.
Here it goes.
But he pardoned him, and Trump called him.
Kevin Kiley is.
Hold on, let me see. Hopefully it'll work right, y'all. See why he's saying this. Okay, I think it mutes my thing.
I just want y'all to pay attention to that now, because even when we get we could have a 5, 6, 7 seat majority in the House, and then by the time the next midterm come around, our majority is down to 1. If we even have a majority in
right,
because they up down.
I'm sorry. Right now, they're saying we're up 2 now, but let's see.
Republican Party effective.
Can y'all hear?
He announced today he'll be an independent of his term in Congress. KCRA 3 political director Ashley Zavala spoke with him today, and the big question is why.
Yeah, this is all actually a pretty shocking development, given that independents don't really do that well in California elections. This all stems from Proposition 50, which changed the makeup of California's congressional districts to give Democrats an upper hand in the upcoming election to Congress. Kiley, as a Republican, was a target in California's maps. So now Kiley is retreating from the Republican Party and registering as an independent, not just for that upcoming election, but as Lisa and Curtis mentioned, for the remainder of his term in the U.S. House of Representatives. He said he's frustrated with both parties and their inability to work together. He pointed to the government shutdown, which was the longest in U.S. history this year, or last year, I should say. He pointed to the gerrymandering of congressional districts across the country, plus the inability in Congress to extend health care subsidies. I asked him if this is essentially a fallout between him and the Republican Party and how he sees the party now. Here's how he responded.
I would characterize it as my frustration with partisanship itself and with the ways in which it is weakening our country. And I think that the redistricting war and the gerrymandering epidemic that has spread across the country and upended representation in our state is kind of the ultimate manifestation of that. But I see it manifest itself day in and day out here in Washington, D.C. And I think it's actually worse than a lot of people even realize. And so I think we are living in a time when we need to find ways to break down those barriers. We need to find ways to work together. And I think if you ask members of the public, 99% of Americans would say, yeah, the political divisions in this country have just gotten out of control. We need to find ways to come together as Americans more.
So he one of them wanted to subsidy people.
Yeah, no, he don't. Not really. It's just that, California won to be able to redistrict a map, and his district is on the line, so he's trying to appear like, Republicans don't do well in California. So he's just using that just so he can probably try to win again. That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to
his party affiliation to try to, broaden his vote.
I gotta show you something. If you heard about this, I need to know why we ain't talking about Nancy no more.
Nancy who? Pelosi?
No.
That's what
Nancy Savannah. Nancy
Savannah
Savannah mama. Yeah.
Guthrie. I don't know. I don't know. It's too much going on with that case. It just don't sound right.
Did you see?
Why would you try to negotiate for the low with for your mama life? Why would you start out low? Because now I hear that she done raised up her ransom to something better than the $50,000 she was offering before, right? But why would you try to get your mama back for the low? That's just not even right. You trying to bargain shop for your mama.
Hold on, I
and she
got one.
worth $40 million. Hmm.
Something I got to pull you up. You are going to really trip out about. I just had it. I know you potentially haven't heard about this. If you have, I can't believe you ain't went off about it yet. Um, you heard
That might be
anything
my aha
about?
moment.
Have you heard anything about Gavin Newsome wife?
Greasy Gavin, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is
What
she a
what I'm
crook
talking about?
too?
No.
Um, well, I know that when they got that money for them wildfires, they laundered that money through some nonprofit that she had. That she had gotten most of the money in there, and it appears as though her nonprofits has been getting a lot of government funding. Okay, a
Wait
lot
to
of it.
let's see.
Oh,
Um
I got something else to tell you. Let me write it down so I don't forget.
sick. I'm sorry. You all heard anything? Says somebody's message is held for review. Let's see, who is this? Yeah, up here we go. You said no. Hold on. This might.
Did you hear about we got all
Jennifer
that fraud
Siebel
in
Newsom
Texas?
and a story.
Hold on. This might be it. I'm gonna plug it if it ain't it. It's a short, so it shouldn't be long. But I know you gonna trip. All y'all, not just you. Y'all gonna trip out on this. Hold on.
No, here we go.
Story in the New York Post that's turning a lot of heads. Gavin Newsom's wife pushed weird gender films into California classrooms while paying herself a fortune. Now, this story is incredibly juicy. First things first, she paid herself a salary of $300,000, which a Daily Mail investigation found is 95% more than workers at similar sized nonprofits. I see three major red flags with this story. First, the fact that she's making $300,000 off of this nonprofit. Two, this nonprofit gets funding from a lot of corporations that have active lobbying business in front of her husband, the governor. And so they're giving money to Jennifer to get favors from Gavin. That is a huge problem. But the third piece that's a really big problem here is the fact that California public schools have paid a lot of money to Jennifer Newsom and her nonprofit for the privilege of showing these very weird documentaries. This also from the New York Post. What's more, Newsom's own Department of Education shilled his wife's documentaries in official state guidelines. So Gavin Newsom is using his position as the governor to promote his wife's documentary using official resources through the California Department of Education, enriching his own households. But we also really need to talk about some of these very weird documentaries that are being shown to school children in California. First, The Great American Lie is a documentary film that examines how a U.S. value system built on the extreme masculine ideals of money, power, and control has glorified individualism, institutionalized inequality, and undermined the ability of most Americans to achieve the American dream.
Your privilege is actually built on my oppression.
That clip is a good tell that this documentary is highly focused on politically charged racial issues, but also the left-wing attack on things like individualism, which America was founded on. But another one of her documentaries got an even more controversial story. Siebel Newsom's films have been screened in school districts such as Campbell Union and Stanislaus County, where some parents were reportedly outraged after an uncensored version of The Mask You Live In showing profanity and references to pornography was mistakenly shown to middle schoolers. Yikes, so not only are your kids getting a political indoctrination, but middle schoolers are being shown pornographic images. And I looked this up on IMDb's Parents Guide, and it said this: The Mask You Live In receives a severe rating for adult themes. And again, this was shown to middle schoolers. So, Gavin Newsom might not be the only person out there hurting Gavin Newsom's chances.
Okay. I'm gonna take this off right now. Hold on. I want to show you guys one of the actual images. It's really crazy. You there, Stag?
Yes, I
So
am.
so what you think?
I expect nothing less of Greasy Gavin than corruption and fraud and theft.
But what the white
I
like?
expect
What
nothing
is
less.
wrong with her? Nasty. Um, it's like a. It's actually the image. It shows. I wish I can. I watched it earlier today. I just can't remember. I watched so much stuff on here, but it had the like a, you know how if you do the pen cushion like the gingerbread man kind of thing, and it's got like pens. This is for the little kids. It's pens with at they pink like all of the stuff like they teaching this, and she getting money from for the nonprofit to be pushing stuff about it's literally about transgender and sexuality and all of these things. Um
Hmm.
and I just they're saying it's
Let me
gonna
just say,
take.
I am so, so glad, and I thank God that He made me a parent in the time that He did. And I ain't got no kids in these schools because I would be under somebody's jail if an adult thought that it would be okay to talk to my child about any of those topics without my consent.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be under somebody's jail. I sure would. Cause that's grooming, that is very inappropriate. I don't know these teachers. You don't know these teachers. All you know is this is Mr. or Miss such and such. You don't know what their life is outside of that classroom. Everybody who's a teacher is not
Mm-hmm.
in it because they love children in the sense that they want them educated and all of that stuff. And no strange person should be talking to my child about anything sexual. Now, you want to have sex
Mm-hmm.
ed and you just want to tell them the basics about reproductive organs and all of that. That's the limitation to it. But all of this other stuff they're trying to teach, that is some grooming, pedophilic nonsense, and
Mm-hmm.
I wish somebody would with my kids.
Hold on, let me mute. Not gonna worry about picking none of that shit up. Yes. Hello? Yeah.
Mute.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do my own remedies for whatever this got going on down here. I'm not gonna have time to pick it up. Just give it
Mute
to me.
Mo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't even know how to do it. You can hold on, y'all. I
Mute.
don't even know how to mute. There.
So that's what I think about that. You can't these are strangers and you don't know anything about these teachers outside of the classroom and what they have in the classroom, and it's very inappropriate for any adult to talk to anybody else's child and introduce them to the things that they're trying to introduce in under the guise of sex education. And that's not what it is. That's porn. That's what it is. It's pornographic material. It is adult X-rated material because I've seen them reading some of that stuff in these school board meetings, and they telling the parents that it's too graphic what they reading, but they want that smut in the classroom and teach it to your kids and have them reading it. That's crazy. And I remember sex ed, and all we did was see videos that showed us about our reproductive organs and a bunch of scary videos of venereal diseases. That's what we saw to make you not want to do it. We wasn't learning positions and gay stuff and learning about blowjobs and all of that crazy stuff that they trying to teach these children from kindergarten. That's crazy. And any parent that let them do that and you keep them in that school, that's what you should do. File a lawsuit. File a lawsuit. File a criminal complaint? That's what you do. File a criminal complaint. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor. What's another charge that they can get for that when they exposing children to this pornographic material? That's a charge right there. Um, yeah, lewd and lascivious behavior. Yeah, all that. And you file a civil lawsuit against the school board and the teacher because they should know better. I'd be uncomfortable talking to somebody else's children about these things that they're trying to talk to them about and introduce them to. They perverts. They are perverts. And they're using all these kink terms in the classroom now, like furries and stuff. Those are kink terms. Children shouldn't know those. They shouldn't know them. They should not know them. Oh, Amber Alert, sorry. Mm, Somebody kid missing. So, what y'all think down there in the chat? What you gonna do? You come home and your kid bring you, say that they reading a new book in school, showing them all that pornographic material that they
Okay,
go in
sorry,
there.
y'all. Mother's duty is never done. Oh shoot, we got a child missing. Did you see that your phone just go off?
Yeah, yeah.
Another child
That's what I
missing.
said too. I said, oh, Amber Alert, somebody child missing.
All right, so we did want to talk real quick. We're gonna did you see about what is your thoughts about since they still are on this shutdown and they're wanting these ICE, about this about ICE, they are wanting them to take their mask off, and then they still want to take some of their money away. And now 200 TSA agents 300 TSA agents have quit.
TSA hiring, y'all. Everybody look for a job. TSA is hiring. This is what I think is very irresponsible of persons in our federal government to block funding at a time like this. They should be able to see what's best for
Mm-hmm.
America and to show you how they don't care about the country because we are in
Mm-hmm.
an active conflict, and the agencies that would handle all of our stuff, they want to not fund them and shut them down in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of a conflict right now. They don't want to fund the Department of Homeland Security
Mm-hmm.
unless they get what they want.
Which is absolutely asinine.
Very much so. Very much so.
And
Very much so. Now, if we lose all those TSA agents, who's gonna check them people? Did you see them lines outside of Hobby Airport for
did you
TSA?
did you
Did you see
see
them?
New
They was
Orleans?
all the way in there where people pull up and they get dropped off. That's where the TSA line was, outside at the drop off area.
Did you see the
That's crazy.
New Orleans
Mm.
airport? They were all the way in line, all the way out to the into the parking garage.
See, I wouldn't be flying right now. I don't care what you better off renting a car and driving. Do a little sightseeing. See the country. See the country. I don't like to fly anyway. I can't be up in the air longer than 5 hours. I can't.
Yeah.
I got to be up and right back down.
It was something. And then you have to think about how like in a sense this is dangerous, right? You're letting these people know that our people that handle our security are tired, and
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff, and tired, irritated, frustrated. What do you
Mm-hmm.
I mean what do you think?
I
What do you
think that
Go ahead.
every I think that every Democrat needs to be voted out of office. I swear to God, I really
Not
every
every
one of
last
them.
one of them.
Every last one of them, because at this point, if you call yourself a Democrat with the way that this party is, you should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed. And I feel like anybody who's not calling them out, even if they aren't doing the things or they don't agree, if you're not calling out that party for the BS that they're doing and the games that they are playing with American lives, then I don't know what to tell you, because that is the bigger problem, is that they keep playing politics because they're always thinking about the next election. As soon as the election is over, they're already planning for the next election, and everything they do is in furtherance of getting elected. That's it. They just want to sit in the seat of power, but they don't want to do their job. And I think that it's about time that we be done with that kind of politician. Okay? Because my president done showed that you can go there to DC and do what you campaigned on if you really want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm over, in a sense, all of this. I definitely want this situation with the war and all of that stuff to definitely get changed, to get fixed or whatever. But I want these people to stop playing in our face in regards to just all of this, and being so about strictly only about some hating Trump. And I feel like that they are setting us up uh to make things, just make things be a problem, all because they want to make a problem. Like, just all this the TSA, the ICE. It's just it's wanting to keep us in a constant uproar, and I cannot understand the war. I mean, the conflict, just everything. I'm so over it.
You know what I was just thinking about? What happened to all the ICE protesters?
Oh yeah,
As soon as the war started, they disappeared.
they got something else. They got something else to worry about. They got something else to focus on.
But it's like, don't these people realize that these people are just paid agitators and they really don't care why they're out there? Like, they're not real protesters. Just, that's just it. And they obviously ain't got enough to go around, because every time something new happened, they got to quit that protest and go join the other one, because they ain't got enough to have different ones. And they got to have the same ones flying all over the place. They can't get them in each city now. They got just a group of them. They got to keep flying them all over the place, or they driving all over the place. And as soon as something else happened, the same protesters, they have to just jump on the next thing. They got to leave that last propaganda behind and move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, we're about to say, I actually was watching something the other day, and they were showing how they actually they just on to the new thing. Now they are protesting because they ain't worried about ICE now. That people are paying them. They literally was showing how they just have like stickers, and they already have the boards and all of that. And so when they find out the thing that they're gonna be activated on, they get the boards out and they just put the stickers according to the thing. So now they just worried about Iran protesting the war now. Iran, I'm sorry, Iran protesting the war now.
Yeah,
So
that's how it goes. Because what happened to the Free Palestine protesters that was camping out all over the college campuses? They're gone. ICE out protesters are gone. Roe v. Wade. It's like they go from one extreme to the next. Crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Crazy. And you know what else I wonder? I wonder, why is it that people don't find it strange that celebrities and politicians would get so involved in your local politics? Like, I find it strange that Obama and Stacey Abrams and these celebrities would be concerned about who's the governor of some state somewhere, or who's in the city council or mayor, and they don't live there. And that's what I think is the problem with Democrats is that we are having problems coming together because they don't want to come together. They want to beat us into submission, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough for them to be able to be where they at and live the way that they live. No, they want to make the whole country live the way that they think that everybody should live. And
Yep.
that's putting your thumb on the scales of democracy because you're not letting democracy win in those areas. Right? If you don't live in Texas, don't be worried about who we voting for our senator or our governor or our because these people represent us. They don't represent you and you live in California or you live in DC.
Stag. Oh, he said, what happened to them? Hands off Iran poster. They just switched Venezuela. They said they just switched Venezuela out for Iran. But it's the truth. And literally, I don't understand how, like, because we never really cared, right? Like, we were never sitting here, oh, ICE, oh, ICE. Like, I don't understand how the people who vote Democrat ain't realizing that y'all ain't caring about something that y'all was just caring about less than 2 weeks ago.
Right. They was out there dying for ICE, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now they done just moved on to the next thing.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
They was willing to die, take a bullet to save them illegals and keep them from being deported. Now we ain't hearing a peep out of them. But these operations are still going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, so wait, we didn't been in, child. Okay, so I hope I didn't make you lose your thought process.
Mm-mm.
I hope I didn't help you, yeah, because we are rolling into. Do we have anything law? You have anything law you want to talk about now?
No, not as of now. No, there's nothing new on the horizon. Um, yeah, I just want to. I need to see some action going on. Like I know these grand juries that they holding up, they're going to be very complicated. And I know that everybody want to see stuff, but the way that the Russia Gate stuff
Mm-hmm.
happened, it's very confusing, right? And it was meant to be that way because there was so many moving parts that trying to explain it is difficult and have people to be able to really grasp the gravity of what they did. So I can see how a grand jury would take such a long time and the conspiracy charge would take a long time because it was a big network of people that it took to pull that off. So just have a little patience, guys. You should listen to Pam Bondi. From what I gather, though they cannot confirm or deny investigations or whatever, she did say that there are grand juries going on. So that's why
Yeah.
you don't hear a lot of stuff. That's why I don't think that they released a lot of the stuff or they, dripping out some of this Epstein stuff because I believe that they are investigating and people are being prosecuted. They're going to be indicted. So you can't just put everything out there, especially if you're actively looking at things. And oh boy, what's his name? Dershowitz. He was out here yelling from the top of the roof that, to release these files in 2018, 2019. He wanted them released to show that Virginia Roberts was a liar and he had never slept with her. But in the Jeffrey Epstein files, he is in communication with Jeffrey Epstein, trying to figure out how to find out who was being looked at in these cases.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ways was what he did was demand that they be released. Say that he's being falsely accused and named, and to release the names of the people who were involved. So it's some stuff going on in there. So yeah, he's a liar too. Even though we knew that. Great
You,
constitutional lawyer, but a liar.
do you That's what I'm saying. Do
All
you
lawyers are liars.
when you say charges, like what are you thinking? What charges are you thinking can possibly be up?
Conspiracy against rights, treason, um, conspiracy against the United States. Um, those are the three that I can think of just off top. Treason, conspiracy against rights, and conspiracy against the United States of America and defrauding the United States of America.
Do we have do
Espionage,
does that have
espionage.
its statute of limitations on it?
See, this is the thing is all of the crimes that they committed had a statute of limitations of 5 years of federal laws.
Mm-hmm.
But if they, this is why it is a conspiracy charge because as long as the conspiracy is ongoing,
Mm-hmm.
then they can be charged for those crimes because it is a conspiracy and it's still ongoing,
They
right?
was continuing
Whatever
to
act
try to
that one
shield.
person does, yep, whatever act is done in furtherance of the conspiracy keeps the conspiracy charge alive and well. And they keep doing that because now they're in cover up mode for
Mm-hmm.
everything that they did then. So all of that is in furtherance of the conspiracy.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I'm asking the questions because, of course, the better we explain, the more people who are
Yeah.
listening can actually, because we know that people be going and taking and using the stuff to, which is fine to argue or either look up to prove whatever points they're
Mhm.
proving. Because, of course, that's one of the biggest things is everybody's saying, well, what are they gonna do? What can they do anyway? And the people who are still asking for every piece of information or every piece of any of the proof in the case to come out. I'm just trying to wonder understand, do they really want these people to be caught? Because I don't understand how you think you're gonna catch people and you put all the information out
Mhm.
in the
And that was the desperation of them winning 2020, which is why they risked everything to cheat the way that they did, because it was about running out that clock, that statute of limitations. You see what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
They needed to get in. They had to get in, otherwise their asses was going to jail then. And they knew it. So this gave them the chance to get in, run out the statute of limitations clock, and hide evidence, try to bury stuff. Remember, they found stuff in a room behind a wall in burn bags.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to get rid of the evidence. It just didn't. They thought that they were going to be able to lock up Trump or keep him from being able to win. So
But they
that
knew
didn't
that it
happen.
wasn't enough, because you can't tell us that they didn't comb through that paperwork the way that they needed to feel as though they could truly have something on him. They combed through it. They knew that it was
Yeah,
nothing
they know.
in there that they could get him on. So that is why they
Mhm.
didn't press it. But them being the type of people that they are, that like political theater, they like distraction, they are illusionists, they are magicians, they are all of the
Master deceiver.
yes, deceivers, they all of those things. And so now, because it couldn't be used to lock him up, now it's going to be used to prosecute him in the public, right? So if
Mhm.
because if you can keep enough people focusing on that, believing what you're saying, even though their own eyes, even though the law, even though nothing has backed up what you're saying, it will prevent people from trusting his word and definitely supporting any candidates
Mhm.
that he says he gets behind, because they already know a lot of people who have won, especially when they win in the Republican Party, they win because the people who love Trump are saying, okay, he
Mhm.
endorsing him, okay, I'm gonna vote for him now. But now if you tarnish him, and now these people are all feeling like, wait a minute, now did I think the right thing? Am I gonna take his work? That's why they was even trying to say in the Marjorie Taylor Greene's district or whatever, is that she got it because of course it's a rural area, this and that, but now her dogging him out, and then people feeling a certain kind of way, they thinking these people might mess around and vote in a Democrat.
Well, they said that she went to Trump. That what they really fell out
Hey,
about was
well,
that she went to Trump to say that she wanted to run for Senate, and he looked at the numbers, looked at the polls, and told her that she would lose. that the people in her district like her, right? But
Mm-hmm.
she couldn't win statewide, and that pissed her off.
Mm.
Hmm.
So she mad. No, she was mad. Long
Yeah, because
story
I don't
short,
understand why would you leave early? Like, why wouldn't you finish your term?
cause she
If
was
you
scared.
feel that strongly about your politics, why wouldn't you finish your term and continue to serve the people who raised money for you and fought for you to be able to get that seat and be there? Like, why wouldn't you represent those people who sent you there?
Cause she didn't really feel firmly about it, like she's sitting here saying. She
Mm-mm.
wasn't. She enriched herself. She wanted to stay there long enough so she could make sure she get that pension. That's why she left the day,
Mm-hmm.
the last, the day, the first day that you could get your pension. And it was all
Mm-hmm.
like we know about money.
Yep. 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 So yeah. I never really liked her anyway. She was cool when she first got there because I liked the way that she used to check them other Democrats and not hold her tongue,
You like the way
especially
she checked
butterfly lashes.
Jasmine. I knew you was
Yeah,
gonna say
just like
Jasmine.
butterfly lashes.
You like the way
But
she
as
checked
far
oh
as
Rocket Rocket Crocket. Oh shucks. Oh, I guess we did. Did we talk about her losing last week?
we did last week, yeah,
We did. Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm so happy. I want to talk about it again. I'm just playing. I'm just like, yeah, Jasmine, Rocket Crocket. Let's give it a round of applause, baby.
Finally, her political career was
It's
over quicker
over.
than who knew. Who knew?
Who would have known?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Oh, and that other thing about Tiffany Henyard is some people is like she ain't even lived here long enough to be trying to run for office here.
She
Like
literally
they
just
they don't
got,
they
but
ain't
that's
trying to have it.
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I know, like I when I say deep down, that's why I went home to like get her in her vibe on to see, to feel it myself, to
Hey,
see it
Paul.
make. Look, Stag, that was she can't be that smart. When I tell you how many lawsuits, how much stuff people, that's how you know something's wrong. I always been saying when I listen to her talk and everything, she on the short bus. But to go and
I
put
really
yourself,
think that
go
I
ahead.
really think that they did. I really think that they didn't want her in there because from what I found out that she was one of the county commissioners and she ran for mayor. And when she got in, because I'm telling you, when I watched those
She
city
snuck
council
her way
meetings,
into Frank Zuccarelli. Like literally, this is the area I lived in. Frank Zuccarelli, which was our
mm,
Thorn Township was for years. When he passed away, she tricked her way into that position, raised the salary on herself, then went and got her way into mayor. So she was the mayor and the Thorn Township uh director supervisor, and then what she did from there is if she because she knew everybody was so upset about the things that she was doing, the girl who work right hand, like it just was a lot. She even then tried to say, okay, well, if y'all don't vote for me, whoever gets in, they salary dropped from she was getting $200,000, she dropped the salary down to twenty five
I
thousand
remember
dollars
that.
so
Hmm.
so that was if you won or whatever, and it's a lot. Like when I say she was doing like we talk about, sadly when we get in them positions and we come in and we ain't never had power, and instead of being in power, she could be in power, right? She could do be empowered, have your roles, but you gotta not do stuff dirty and trying to now change her life. She wasn't even really living in Dalton like she was supposed to. The girl house she was renting out, she stopped paying her. The girl, like it's just a lot. It was a lot.
Hmm.
She ain't right, Stag. When I tell you she ain't right. I get it because she didn't try to get you the same way she got people. They doing this because she did that right
No,
out
she
there.
didn't get me because I watched the interaction between them in that city council meeting, and they were very disrespectful. And the thing that she was saying was she did some event where she went out, got sponsors, and people, they paid to be able to be vendors and all that. So it didn't cost the taxpayers anything.
That
They
wasn't
were
true though.
arguing with her about they were arguing with her about the process of approving funds to be paid to these vendors. And she was to these vendors who did show up for the and do the event, like haircuts or whatever. And she was like, she got the money from outside, it's in the bank, write the checks.
But it wasn't never
And
there,
they're trying to
Stag.
tell her about the process, and she's
Stag,
like, but it's not
the
taxpayer money. They're not
Stag,
spending taxpayer money.
Stag. The money wasn't there for real. The money was not there. She was signing checks, paying money to people for stuff that hadn't done and work that had been done. She was saying that they couldn't pay. They was trying to pay it. Then when they looked, all the money was gone. Like it wasn't no money there for real. She kept saying, "I'm going out and get the money. I'm getting," but when they looked, the money wasn't there. It wasn't. It was a lie. Then she went
But
down
she
to
was
the
calling them out,
to
talking about stuff that they
Springfield.
want to talk about, but nothing that was dealing with the actual people there that they were representing.
But they
That's what I,
were.
I
They was,
saw.
yeah, they were. All that was, she even went down to
Because it looked like they
Springfield,
was all about
created a
the
nonprofit after her name, talking about she was giving money to breast cancer. She didn't do nothing, got the state to give her $10,000, said she didn't had a charity, wasn't hers, but it was named Tiffany Cares, and all the people who work in her staff on the city was the men. Like she said,
I
no.
know that, but I want you to, but I still want you to stay cognizant of the way that they can do that, because they did the same things with Trump. Like, you can have people
I
that will be like,
would for
his people
anybody
in
other
his
than
own
than
cabinet
Tiffany.
said that, and
No,
people who around him, they said that's because they
I
were
did
all trying to
foyers.
get
I
rid of
did
him.
foyers on Dalton's paperwork income. She lied, Stag. I'm telling you,
Okay,
she
okay.
lied. Now anybody else, she lied. Now she robbed them people and then did the Gestapo. What you call? Now that's what she probably used it. Cause I'm gonna say she was the Gestapo or whatever. Ain't that what they called who ICE? She was
Hmm.
coming in with the police and telling people get like she was like something. When I say something else, she exactly them ones you be talking about. She was them. She just did. That's why she ran. She was them. You talk
Hmm.
about them ones, the ones we get in that office and we act a fool, and then we want to blame Fonnie. That's who she. Matter of fact, she Fonnie. That's what I will tell you. She is exactly
Hmm.
Fonnie. I'm gonna send you her one of, cause then she tried to do YouTubes. I'm gonna send you. It's no way you ain't gonna see once you just gotta listen to her for real, for real. Then I send you some of the paperwork that I found that I did. She was lying. She was lying. She is a political. Who is that political hawk? I swear she determined to be a. Oh, that's sacred. Who is Walt?
Hmm.
Is that Walt? Oh no, that is Walt. Hey,
Walt.
hey, Walt.
That's
I,
Walt.
I didn't I didn't see me. I just saw hey 92. All right, y'all. So it's time. I hope she ready. I hope she ready. You doing your shoulders? I thought okay, all right, she ready. She done held this. She done held Stag to held this y'all for an hour and what is it? A half. And she been ready to light in. So you all know, if you are familiar with our show, you are regular to our show, which we know we got some of our regulars here. It is become one of the show's favorite segments, and that is, if y'all watch 92 Stag, y'all know when people get on her nerves, she be like, I just can't. I'm about to go on mute. And she go on mute. So we named the moment Stag's I Just Can't moment. And so we don't, sometimes she think it up, sometimes it just go off the top of her head, depending on who she done ran into today. So sounds like to me this one she didn't thought out. So without further ado, it is time for the Stags I Just Can't moment. What you got, Stag?
All of you traitor ass Americans here talking about your country, especially in a time of conflict. I watched some videos of American men who are, for whatever reason, didn't decide to go and serve their country, actually say that they hope that our men and women come back in body bags, the ones that didn't defect from our military. It's like y'all are too dumb to realize the work that they put in. Again, like I said earlier, for you to be able to live the cushy life that you live here in the United States of America, to make this the country that people risk their lives to come to. And it seems like you would learn what the propaganda is when you can't have one of the most racist, bullying countries on the globe that everybody hates, yet everybody is breaking their ass to get in here and risking their life to do it. That don't match. And those of you who have what I like to call American privilege, that passport that say that you're an American, and when you go other places, you're proud to say that you're an American. Even these immigrants here who act like they don't like it here, they go home and they like to say that they are American citizens. So you like the privilege that being an American bring, but you don't want to put in the work in defending her or her character. And again, like I said, sometimes in order to get peace, you got to go to war. Can't have people out here threatening us or planning to do things to us or colluding together to bring us down, devalue our dollar. And I don't understand you people who sit here right here in this country who root for other countries to do those things to us like you don't live here. And then you want to talk about all of these fears about war, but you had no fear when that border was wide open and people was coming in here. Now you worried about sleeper cells. That's again that thing that you need to be, which is proactive. If you secure the border, you don't have to worry about those things. You have a president that secures the border. You don't have to worry about the enemy coming in and do anything. It can't nobody touch us from outside. So I just think that y'all need to go and study a map more and think about the things that Trump does in like you a street dude. That's it. Think about if you a street dude with a product and you got other people who eyeing your spot as the number one seller on there. The one you got everybody on the corners, you got everybody doing their thing, and there's somebody coming to take your spot. What you gonna do to keep it? What you gonna do to make sure that all your people still eat? Because y'all act like Trump is doing this for his own personal thing. Like none of this stuff affects you if it goes sideways. None of this affects you. He's trying to make sure that you eat, that you still are able to be on top. Democrats just wanted to replace you. They like toss you aside and use you to the best of their ability, and then once you're no longer useful to them, toss you aside and replace you with another sector of people. And don't even wait until you're all the way down and out. Just in your face, give all your stuff and your money to these people who don't even belong here. Like I don't understand y'all. I don't get it. I mean, and I say it over and over again, y'all are just as stupid as these Democrats think y'all are. And you prove it every day. That's it. I just can't.
I'm sorry. I'll be on mute. I was over here cracking up because you said y'all just dumb. I mean, y'all just gonna be stupid. So I said, when I say I'm over here dying laughing, but I 100% get it. I was talking about that today. I don't understand, and I get it, right? Nobody's gonna like all of nothing, but this is your home. This is literally, there's some beautiful places and beaches and, you know what I'm saying, all these things that people feel like some countries they would like to live, but this is literally the best country in the world. People are breaking down doors, hopping over fences, riding on mules, getting in backpacks and all kind of stuff to get over here. To get over here, you are blessed if you are a actual indigenous person or a person born here foundational to this country. You are blessed that you don't have to do none of that stuff to be here, and you would be wishing or rooting for your country to lose, as if you know what it would be like if that were to happen. But that's, again,
Mm-hmm.
that's the spoil. That's being spoiled. That's being entitled. That's being privileged, as y'all say everybody is. You are so all of those things that you don't realize that what you wishing for ain't no way in the world you ready for. You
Mm-mm.
ain't your ancestors. So I can promise you, you ain't strong enough to deal with the stuff that they dealt with, let alone with these people in these other countries who we trying to make sure that they don't get in rule and never be over here and get in control. You ain't ready for that. It's like the saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. If you don't agree, you ain't got the root for the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's
And
it's
talking the
weird.
most noise about it.
It's dumb.
You got people risking their lives and their children's lives to come into this country that you say is so terrible and people are busting their ass to get in here. They would give up everything they own to be able to come to America, and all y'all do is complain about it. You got people, we have a voluntary military service, one of the largest militaries in the world, where people volunteer to protect and serve this country, to protect and serve your rights as an American. They are willing to sign a check, a blank check, including up to their life, so that you can have all of the privilege that you do, and all you do is spit on them.
Mm-hmm.
You spit on them,
And when you see that and when and then won't
and
even
you didn't have the
accept
guts to go.
if your life is better, if your things have gotten better, none of that. It's I don't know. I don't know. I was almost said I just can't, but I ain't still I ain't stealing your words. So I just don't understand. I just don't understand. All right. So
What you
guys,
say,
y'all know
Shay? Because I can't either. Go
God,
ahead, Mo's Money Minute.
yeah, yes, y'all. So as we get ready, before we totally give our little last parting words, Stag is giving you her "I just can't" moment, and now it is time for Mo's Money Minute. All right, y'all. All right. I am Miss Mo, and you all know, if you don't, I am a 31 plus year accountant, financial coach, budget coach, and it would not be me if I had a show and we did not give some type of financial advice to help people out, because we can't take advantage of all these good bills and all these good policies and all these opportunities that we have, and we ain't got no money to take advantage of it with. So today for my Mo's Money Minute, this is going to talk about getting out of debt, right? So if you're trying to get out of debt, and how you're still trying to make sure that you're able to take care of your real life expenses, your rent, your food, your gas, them kids, I'm going to give you 3 practical budgeting tips that can actually work. All right. So first thing, what we need to do, guys, you need to pay the essentials first. So before you even think about extra spending, lock in the 4 mandatory life expenses. You got your housing, you have your utilities, you have your food, and your transportation. If those 4 aren't covered, then guess what? The rest of your budget is definitely going to fall apart. Secondly, you're going to give every dollar a job. That means have a responsibility for each dollar that you spend. So don't let money float around unassigned. When your income hits, tell every dollar where it's going. That's bills, that's debt payoff, that's savings, that's spending. If you don't direct your money, it will definitely direct you and then end up disappearing. And when it's gone and it ain't gone on the right things, ain't nothing else you can do with it. Third, attack the debt with a plan. All right. So you got to have a strategy. You know, what they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right, so that's how it go. Pick a strategy and stick to it. Either start with the smallest balance, so that's the smallest balance that you have for debt first, and then for quick wins, you want to also consider taking care of any debt that has the highest interest rate, so that you can now save money. Paying a minimum and the interest rate is 35%, you ain't gonna never pay it off, and you're gonna be wasting a whole bunch of money. Consistency beats the perfection of it every time. So you guys, hopefully these tips helped you with budgeting, figuring in your daily everyday life, as well as helping you figure out a way to get some of your debt paid down. Remember, my famous words are, you can't fix what you won't face. So you have to face your numbers, you got to control your money, and make your money move with purpose. If you like, you can contact me. We have everything in the description below. I give free consultations on budgeting. They are a short period of time, but I definitely like to reach out and do that, as well as have connections with the nonprofit. The goal here, us as a country, no matter where you are, you cannot do better if you don't spend better. So I have been Mo, and this has been my Mo's Money Minute. Bye. All righty.
And I would like to say that too, like what Wendell is saying. Anything that you're looking for in a foreign country, you can find it somewhere in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go somewhere else. People like to go to other countries, but you can find the tropical beaches. You can go to the snowy mountains. You can go into salt caves and saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing,
Mm-hmm.
whatever kind of thing that you want to do. Anything that you look to do in some other country, you can find it here in America. You can find that weather. You can find that that view, that
I
whatever
can't
it is
find
we
them
was
island men here. If you could tell me where I
they
can.
hey Florida. Florida.
Yeah, you do have a point. You
Hey,
have a
they here
point.
too.
They be acting like us then. I want them acting like them.
Hey, I'm just saying that's it's our
I know.
we
I
this
agree
guy
with you
who
and
who
Wendell. Y'all
came
right.
here
We can see
and he was
mountains.
traveling all around the United States and he was saying that people in Europe were saying, well, people in America, they don't travel, they need to travel more. And he was trying to explain to them how massive America is, and we don't have to go anywhere else because wherever you can vacation within our country.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go to other countries because their countries are so
It's
small
small.
and it's just a little thing. That's the beauty of our nation. You can go find wide open skies and ride a horse and not see a house for miles and miles. You can go to the mountains and go skiing, go to a tropical white sandy beach and lay out on it.
Okay,
Just
you might
whatever
need
you
to
want
work
to
for
do.
Visit America. You might need to
Hey,
work for the tourism board.
we
I'm
got it
just
all
saying.
here.
Look, and you
We
ain't
got it
like,
all here.
because I know what am I? We in the middle, we in Texas, and I literally drove not even all the way to the West Coast, and it was 19 hours. So ain't nowhere, ain't none of them islands, none of them places it take that long to get from one place to the other. But I do.
Hmm.
I like the
Some of
ocean.
our states are bigger than countries, so
Yep. I do. I
yeah,
like
I'm
the
saying
ocean. I really do. I
it's
like
all here.
water sound.
And I'm gonna tell you, we such a melting pot that you got all them
Okay.
other places is here. You can go to their neighborhood.
Cause they didn't
Shit,
snuck on in here. Y'all want them here now. Why you got to
right.
go visit them? Why you got to
You
go
can
visit
find
them?
Indian food, Jamaican food, Chinese, Japanese, Thai. You can find whatever kind of food you want right here in the United States.
Yeah, you ain't got to get no pass. I ain't never. Uh, guess you do. I'm trying. Can't find no pyramids. We got some pyramids here.
Yes, we do.
What they at?
Grand Canyon. They
I
all
heard.
over the United
I
States.
heard. I
They
heard
all over the
somebody
place.
in the chat, y'all. We got some windows. I know. I'm for it too, y'all. I do. I just like to. I like to. I'm a hood kid. I like to go somewhere, feel like I'm somewhere out the country. That's just me. But I'm I'm
Mhm.
staying
I'm
put.
just
I'm
saying
staying put for a
that it's
minute
not
though.
that we're not cultured. It's we don't have to go outside of the country
Yeah.
to experience something else, right? We don't have to go somewhere tropical because it's cold everywhere all over this country. If
Hmm.
it's if you up in the north, all you want warm, all you gotta do is go on down south. Go
Yeah.
on down south and you warm weather. Go on the beach somewhere. Hell, I know down there in Florida, it's an island that you could take a ferry over to that's in the Caribbean. So you ain't even gotta have a passport.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And then to be honest with you, shoot, you can go to Puerto Rico if you want to feel like it.
Hello,
And
Hawaii,
yeah, Hawaii, Alaska.
Alaska, we got everything that is the United States of America.
You
In a
better
minute,
go,
you're gonna be
America.
able to see a whole lot of moose when Canada become the 51st state.
I do
You can
not
get
want
all
to.
the maple syrup you want and see all the moose you want.
They ain't gonna stop me trying to cross that bridge again. I think they doing something with that bridge. I saw something with that too. I can't remember something they got going on over there. Well, Stack
So I'm just
and all of our proud Mary family, it has been amazing today. I have enjoyed myself as always. I've learned something today as always. Um, I am just grateful for this opportunity and I'm grateful for you and how we do well together. That is, and we are now what? Shit, Stag, we in month number 6. I mean, shoot,
are
I can't cut. Yes, yes, Y'all better look at us, and we growing and we getting our name out there. I appreciate all of y'all who make sure you come over here. I know it's different. We know it's different. Of course, if you all come from our TikTok and y'all used to all the extra chaos, but I know a lot of y'all love to come and just hear, when we share information that we know. When I don't know something, we fact check it and give you the information. So I do understand. That's why we also give y'all the opportunity to come up if you want to. But we do know that you just, want to watch. We want to be able to just have a little bit more freedom, expand our viewership. We gonna always go back on TikTok or whatever, but now doing this puts us in a space of actual media as well. And your girl, you already know I'm crazy, and your girl is trying to get me and Stag, and if not me, definitely Stag in the room where she get to talk and say something to this here president or to Caroline. And I love the fact that these people are giving us an actual opportunity. Small, they don't necessarily, they not looking at all no followers and all that. They look at the impact and then the knowledge of what the content that you put out. So your girl working on it. And I'm matter of fact, I'm claiming it. Before President Donald John Quavius Trump leave office, we gonna be at a White House event, or we gonna be somewhere with him with an opportunity to speak to him and ask questions. All right, we
I'm gonna
claim
reach
it.
up and grab it.
Yes, put it out in the universe, and that will be the thing. Now, y'all talking about y'all won't Stag to run for office when she get Trump and give him these ideas that she have and what he should and shouldn't be doing. He gonna be more gangster because Stag really. Oh no, I don't think Trump needs to talk to you, Stag. He already
Hey,
he already gangster. Then you really gonna be like, it ain't nothing wrong with what you, with what you doing. That's
hey,
right. Forget them people.
for real. I sure will. I'll be like, tell him come stop you.
Yeah, you got a
Tell him
job.
come stop you.
I'm sorry. You are y'all. You're too funny. Well, again, you
Hey, I'm
guys.
gonna bring him. Let's take him a T-shirt that say "Who gonna check me, boo."
But you know he gonna love it. And then put his because what he say he like his mug shot. They put my mug shot on a t-shirt. We gonna put his that shot where he looking like. But I like the ones where he walking and he look like a boss. Yeah, we might have to create. We're gonna create something like that. Because we are. And
Mhm.
Maga said, yeah, we just need enough of us. I think I thank you, Wendell. Thanks. We had 6 months. Anyway, so y'all, we appreciate you. I am gonna do an after show on TikTok at 9 o'clock. So that gives me 13 minutes to pee. And I'm sorry, you go to the restroom. 13 minutes,
Go
and then
Tinkle,
I'm not sure.
Tinkle.
Oh yeah, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. And I'm not sure. I'm sure we're gonna be talking about some stuff that's gonna bring up some good conversation and some bad conversation as well. But we're gonna carry this thing on over to the after show. It's on the Let's Be Honest show TikTok, and then of course you see 92 Stag. Y'all gotta look if y'all not following because did you get your other page back? Excuse me.
Yeah, it came back on the 4th. I just haven't switched over because I'm on a warning, so if I get another strike, I could lose it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
let it chill for a minute.
Yeah, let it marinate a little bit. All right,
Let
so
the
we're gonna
smoke
we're gonna we,
clear.
we're gonna go. So she will be on the one y'all know with the little blue lady or whatever. Like we will 9 o'clock.
The aquamarine.
Is it aqua? Oh, that's what it is. I ain't know. I couldn't tell what it was. I
Yeah.
just seen. I said a little blue. I seen a little green. Thank you, Shaheed. Thank you to everybody for all of your support. If you have not subscribed, if you have not shared, please, it's free. We still trucking towards that 500. We get to that 500. Oh my God, things will change for us. So you can definitely play a part. We ain't gonna get too big, but we gonna forget the people who sat here with us when it was 2 people or when it was 10 or when it was 20. We appreciate you, and you will always. We start able to do some subscriptions. Stag, I'm definitely for giving those people free subscriptions when the time
Yes.
come for a period of time. So
Yes.
all of our day ones, A1 day ones, you all will be
Yes.
getting that as well. So help us grow. We appreciate you. And until next time, I have been Miss Mo, and this is
92 stag.
oh y'all. Are y'all here? Who all here? I need all the people who here real quick before y'all leave. I need y'all to come on in here for a second, and I want y'all to listen to something. I want y'all to tell us what you think. Um, give your thumbs up in there. I want to see if this is all our regulars, because I don't want to share with nobody who ain't our regulars just yet. If y'all here, we got do a check-in. Just give me a thumbs up or a hand wave. We got Wendell, we got Shahid. Who's still here? You still here, MAGA? Stag, you okay with us sharing what's gonna we updating what's gonna be our new intro?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I got you. So you guys, we know we be working, even though we working, and then we working at growing this. So we will be actually airing it next week. So I'm just gonna give you a little snippet, but next week it will be a new intro video and new intro music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be next. I'm only gonna let y'all hear about 15 seconds of it max, but y'all tell me what you think. If it's fire, I need y'all to light the chat up with fire. If it's the bomb, you can put the bomb. If it's a dud, don't put nothing, because we don't want to hear that, because we don't think it's a dud. All right, y'all ready?
No negativity.
Right, no negativity. Y'all ready? All right, let's go.
We don't rush the truth.
Hold on, y'all.
We let it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. We don't rush the truth. We let it groove. Lush though. Nah. We talk politics, culture, money, the law. Real conversations, no curtain, no fall. Oh. From headlines loud to stories they hide. We read between lines, let the truth ride. Oh, still no scripts, no filters, just grown dialogue. We say it out loud, no need to monologue. This is the Proud Mary Show. Come back with we unfiltered voices, clarity. If it matter right now, best believe we know. We break it all down. The Proud Mary Show.
All right, what y'all think? What y'all think in the chat? I don't see no. Okay, I see when it was a fire. Thank you. Y'all like it. What y'all think? Y'all like it now?
Fire.
Yes. Thanks, Shaheen. Thank you. So now we're trying to put together, because we got caricatures of us. So we gonna have we putting it all together. I can't wait for us to fully air. Hopefully within this week everything should be ready. I'm glad y'all like it. Y'all know we ain't no little teeny bopper, so we wasn't finna be that. Well, fuck, what it gonna do to the Proud Mary? No, I'm just playing. Or to the Proud Mary, or repeat the same words, because they don't ever say nothing. But again, thank you guys. Thank you. We will be seeing you on TikTok. I done said 9. Now give me to 9, about 10 more minutes. Until then, may God bless and keep you all. And remember, we are Proud Mary, and we give it to you nice when we can, yet rough when we must.
When we must.
See.